Hey everybody, welcome back to GamerNerdz. I'm Monica Jolie. The follow-up to Sony's PSP handheld platform, the anticipated PS Vita, comes packaged with amazing hardware and software capabilities, state-of-the-art visuals, a sleek design, Wi-Fi and 3G functionality, and an impressive launch lineup. But are these innovations enough to attract the gaming audience?
Hey, welcome back to GamerNerdz, everybody. So today's a very special episode. We're going to do our very first hardware review. We're talking about Sony's brand new PS Vita, which is the sequel to its 7-year-old cousin, the Sony PlayStation Portable.
If you already had a PSP, you're gonna be very familiar with the design of this thing. It looks like the old PSP. It's a little bigger. In terms of technology though, this thing definitely surpasses it. It's somewhere in between the PS2 and PS3, climbing more towards the PS3. First you're gonna notice off the bat is the insanely huge screen.
5-inch OLED screen.
Probably the most beautiful screen I've ever held. It's so vibrant, the colors are just fantastic. It offers several modes of gameplay. Normal gameplay, control stick, and then you have front and back touchscreen, which are both touch sensitive. It just really changes the way you're playing your games.
I think he's so excited about this, he kind of forgot some main points. So the fact that you can use the touchscreen on the back is good because the screen now is opened up. But the single most innovation to the PS Vita is the fact that it has 2 analog sticks. Huge omission in the first PlayStation Portable, and they're actual sticks now which you can move. The 3DS has obviously copied this with its recent CirclePad Pro add-on. Camera control, there was rumors that it wasn't gonna have 2 sticks. This now has these 2 nipples right here.
The front and back camera, take your pictures, whatever.
That's a look at the hardware. Talk about the inside now. Absolutely fantastic 5-inch OLED screen. It's actually not that heavy when I first compare it to my PSP. Really powerful quad-core ARM9 processor in here. So technology-wise, as he said, more towards the PS3 end, and then you have titles like Uncharted. Sony definitely has a powerhouse here. The hardware and technology and form factor can do so much. It really is about the games. At the launch, you had titles like Uncharted Golden Abyss. You had a carbon copy of Ultimate Marvel's Capcom 3, which is probably my 4th copy of it this year. A little review about that. It's identical in every sense. A little bit slower in certain parts, and you have this really garbage touchscreen mode, just to ignore that. But the full game is there, all 50 characters, the full combos, the online mode, fantastic rendition. If you like fighting games, you definitely want to get that. And then you have titles like Little Deviants, you have a Lumines game. I think the initial launch lineup is pretty strong compared to what you see before.
I think what's really amazing about this is the fact that Sony did their research and they really looked at everything else that was already out there. The iPhone, PS3, they looked at the Xbox 360, look at what everyone else is doing, and then they said, you know what, we're gonna take all that stuff, crab it into one device, and make it work. One thing I really like, it's already been introduced in the past, fine. You can actually just download your game.
You can buy full launch titles on this. You don't need those stupid cases anymore. And when you look at the size of these games and the fact that it's just an empty case, you don't really need this anymore. You can just physically buy them, so.
So someone's angry with the game cases. There's a lot of discussion in the gaming industry whether or not cartridges or CDs, hard copies of your games is going out. And I think the PS Vita really proves that that is probably the case. I'm in love with it. Even when I'm not playing it, it's just on me.
It's a sexy little device. The screen, the casing, the back touchscreen, Sony plus X0 circle motif here, and this looks very pretty.
Even in terms of just the way the system is able to shoot out sound, the sound is just fantastic. Listening to this and you're just like, wow, this is coming out of this mini device, holy crap.
There are a lot of features that you found on the PSP which have been transferred over here. The remote access, so you can play PS3 games on this. Now the connectivity between the Vita and the PS3 is even more apparent. You can play PS Vita games versus PS3 owners, and one of the first experiences you can do this is on Wipeout 2048 versus Wipeout HD players. Now it's obviously not the same console experience. You can buy DLC content on the Vita, and it can be shared across your PS3 title. Nintendo's Wii U is coming out, and this can actually be used as a controller. It has the full 6-axis. It's kind of like they already did what Nintendo's planning to do.
You move up and down your menus. One thing I really like about this, when you stop playing a certain game or a certain software package, it's really straightforward on how to go back to the home menu. Closing it is as simple as just sliding, and it's just intuitive and amazing.
Every time I run an application, it has its own page, and then you have to start it. So it's just kind of like an extra step for no reason. I understand you can swap in and out of apps with the home button, which is new. It just seems a little bit overcomplicated for no reason.
It allows you to filter through what you're using and then close them on the fly, not slow down your gaming experience.
The main OS, which has already had its first update, typical Sony thing. I think its initial offering, this is a really sexy device. You really want to buy Uncharted, Golden Abyss. That's probably the best showcase of what this thing can do. I think Sony has a hit on its hand, and 3DS definitely has some competition.
With the connectivity between this and the PS3, you're not necessarily able to play the games on the PS Vita, on the PS3. Now that honestly would have just been amazing. Had they just done that, I would have given this a billion out of 10. That little small limitation kind of brings it down for me, but beyond that, this is a sexy beast.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time on The GamerNerdz.
No one can see what the hell you're showing.
I don't care what I'm
Look at my black device here.
This is me playing.
It probably is a black box of...
And an impressive launch lineup. Oh. I did it so good too. Kill me now, kill me now.
7-year-old cousin, the Sony PlayStation Portable.
7 years?
7 years.
God damn. Oh wait, am I going from there?